Within 2 decades, Western Electric was not only the principal supplier of telephone equipment in the United States, but also, through the pioneering aid of F.R. Wells, had established this new medium of communication in many other nations of the world.
Yes, I guess it may be said that we've grown to worldwide stature.
But we've merely scratched the surface.
We'll need much more production than our present capacity if we're to keep pace with Mr. Wells' ambitions abroad.
I suppose so. But size itself is not a goal. That day we first met the Bell people, some 25 years ago. It wasn't our size that was impressive. We were small. But we made a better telephone. We gave better service. And every step since has been directed to that objective. That's why we shouldered the job of installing our equipment ourselves, to make certain that it delivered its best service.
We took on some headaches, too, as our installers occasionally remind us.
Yes, it hasn't been easy. Nor was it easy to assume the supply contracts for more and more telephone companies. But by shouldering the responsibility for purchasing and for warehousing, distribution and repair of equipment at our branch houses, we've given better service. We've saved the telephone companies and the public a great deal of money.
When you stop to think of it, that's quite a commentary on American business. Here were 2 concerns who a few years before had been rivals on the same development. Yet now they were cooperating in a perfect example of team play for public service. By now, the way ahead seemed clear. But then came the financial panic of 1907. In the New York office of Western Electric's H.B. Thayer,
I can't understand it. This country, with all its prosperity and resources, facing a financial crisis.
Yeah, perhaps it's just growing pains. A nation becoming adult.
Surely nothing's more vital to progress than the telephone. Yet, because of this crisis, the weaker companies may be completely wiped out. Whole sections of the country may be without service.
Well, it's such a long-range operation to invest millions today to be paid back in nickels and dimes over the years ahead. In these times, long-range vision isn't the best collateral. Banks can't foreclose a mortgage on social progress.
But there must be some way.
There is. That is for Western Electric to pledge itself to support those companies. And that, of course, involves a risk. Perhaps a very grave risk, but, well, that's the way it has to be.
The telephone companies must not be killed off.
Mr. Barton, we know how you feel. So we're taking that gamble. Now we stand or fall with the telephone companies.
You did the right thing.
we've come a long way since those days. And every milepost along the way, every achievement has been further proof that the frontiers of progress have no limit. Each new development, each step forward merely serves to broaden the horizon of future opportunity. By 1917, plane-to-ground and plane-to-plane communication had become an accomplished fact and paced the way for modern skyway traffic. By 1922, the Western Electric system of radio broadcasting was in operation. And in almost no time, we learned to expect the finest of the world's entertainment delivered to our living rooms. 1926, silent movies came to life.
My heart is filled with joy. I'm coming home again to greet you. You're the reason why.
By 1927, radio telephones spanned the Atlantic with regular commercial service. Nobody called it a miracle. It was taken for granted. In their crude and cluttered workshop, Gray and Barton had pioneered the hard way. But through the years came progress in the ways of progress. Cooperative research, steered into definite channels of scientific exploration, replaced the hit-or-miss methods of chance discovery, speeding the advance of all civilization. The modest plant which first bore the name of Western Electric grew to nation, with manufacturing plants each employing tens of thousands, and still other thousands, skilled installation men, complete the process of manufacture in central offices all across the nation. And in 29 of the principal cities of the country, distributing headquarters were established, linking the nation together in a vast network of supply. A giant production and service institution designed and geared to the performance of a single job, supplying the needs of the Bell system, that set the tempo of American business, that speeded the output of the greatest producer nation on earth, that carried the casual conversation of social and community life, or a mother's frightened voice in the middle of the night. That was our peacetime job, a job on which we of Western Electric had concentrated with a single purpose for 3 generations. And then, overnight, we were at war, a war we were not prepared to fight. Still fresh and bitter are the memories of those days, the frightful race against time as we trained civilians to be fighting men, the desperate demands for fighting equipment. We Western Electric men and women remember who were in it from the start. Our first assignment was communication, maintaining the nerve system of the arsenal of democracy. Communication, directing the battle of production, carrying the endless tactics of turning out ships and planes and tanks and guns. Communications, translating headquarters strategy into battle action on a dozen hard-pressed fronts. That was our first assignment, and one that we could swing into immediate performance. But there were other assignments, far more important. Top priority in secrecy and urgency, secret weapons of almost incalculable complexity and ingenuity, electronic brains for the advanced technocracy of modern war, instruments and devices so new that they existed only on paper or as an idea and a prayer. That became our most vital job, a job so vast and intricate our enemies thought it couldn't be done. A job we didn't know we could do until we did it. Through months, while Americans fought a desperate rearguard action, our production facilities had to be transformed. Whole sections of factories, which for a generation had specialized on one job alone, were cleared of existing facilities and changed over to new and totally strange production procedures. Even under the flaming lash of war emergency, it was a slow process. But it was accomplished, and our fighting forces began their offensive. Now, please understand, we at home don't pretend to be heroes. Compared with the performance of our fighting men, ours is a pretty humble job. But only the fighting men know the full extent to which the telephone service has been transformed into a fighting weapon. It's out in the Pacific, giving eyes to the fighting ships, training the guns and transmitting battle orders. It's in the sky, too, in the dive bombers, fighters, and scouts. It goes in with the Marines and GIs, coordinating the teamwork of amphibious assault. On D-Day, it helped pinpoint Hitler's impregnable defenses and aim the guns that tore them apart. On 100 fronts all over the world, the instruments we built for better living have been changed into miracle weapons for defending our way of life. War has disrupted our normal way of living and brought serious inconveniences. Some people are having to do without telephones. Before all can have telephones, the intricate, complex equipment that goes into modern central offices must be made in great quantity, installed, and interconnected to the system throughout the country. Much of it is unlike what we've been making for war. This means another huge job for Western Electric. And it's a job that can't be done overnight. Yet Western Electric, drawing upon its years of experience, the new skills acquired during the war, and its great tradition of service in meeting emergencies will do its part to see that no American home waiting for Bell telephone service need wait one day longer than necessary. This is another challenge to Western Electric, a challenge as great as the one Enos Barton faced 75 years ago.
Now have we the heart to win the peace? Have we the vision to dream and the strength and faith to make that dream come true? It was faith made alive and strong by courage and purpose that brought us up the long, hard road to today. And under God shall carry us through to a greater and brighter tomorrow.